Meanwhile, at the Hall of Cage.
Well, I'm one of those fortunate people who like my job, sir. Got my first chemistry set when I was 7, blew my eyebrows off. We never saw the cat again. Been into it ever since.
I did a bare 360 triple backflip in front of 22,000 people. It's kind of funny. It's on YouTube. Check it out.
Oh my God, a gun!
Somehow they managed to get every creeping freak in the universe in this one plane.
Coffee and a muffin. Okay, so I need to establish themes. Maybe banana nut. That's a good muffin.
So just quiet down, my little one, and call me Dad.
We get some balloons and go to the puppet show.
Sorry, boss, but there's only 2 men I trust. One of them's me, and the other's not you.
Banana nut farts.
Did you just watch him click record?
Yes!
Yeah.
Banana nut fart.
I was watching that shit like a hawk.
Yeah, JoJo pulled a Wenzel and just like preempted the intro.
I think it's something about this chair.
That spot is definitely where it's like the vortex of chaotic energy.
Well, good night, everybody. Yeah.
Now let's talk about circumcisions for half an hour.
Yeah, foreskin, yeah!
Oh yeah, foreskin.
Look, the topic was brought up by other people. I saw an opportunity to use my stand-up material because I haven't gotten to it in a long time, so I fucking took it.
and you know what? The world is a lot better for it,
Yeah,
I believe.
Jimmy used his opportunity to workshop his tight 10 for the next open mic.
The workshop, that shit was my closer back when I did stand-up.
Oh, you know what? I was like, when you were saying that, it's like, why does this sound familiar?
Like I said, it was my closer. I miss doing stand-up, but they only do it on Wednesday nights here, and I'm busy.
Busy.
Yeah, watching wrestling.
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 And also being a vigilante by night.
Right, and they also do it on Mondays, but I'm busy watching Swimfan.
Yeah. Why don't they just like Thunderdome your face in there via like Skype or something for your stand-up?
Hey, I mean, I remember back when the alcove that had a open mic night, not open mic night, like a
That was an open mic night.
no, they had a specific a special guest comedian that had his one man show exclusively on Instagram Live. But this is like literally right after quarantine started.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. No, I used to go to those. I ran with a lot of that crowd, and the dude who ran it at the time was kind of an asshole. So I don't really like going anymore. And also, just busy.
It's busy.
Yeah.
Doing things, excitement.
Doing stuff, making content for the people listening to us right now here on Caging Greatness, the show where we discuss the films of Nicolas Cage 46.825% of the time. That average has gone down recently. And this show is not going to help because we are here for a special UnCaged episode. We spun the wheel like 9 months ago, feels like.
Yeah, we planned these UnCaged well in advance.
Was that... It was before the new year, right?
Yeah. We spun it twice in a row.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And for this one, it was Pat's choice. And so we gathered together tonight to watch a movie of Pat's choosing.
Yep.
And Pat, why don't you tell the people what you subjected us to?
Well, I could have if you didn't shoot your load right at the top of the show.
Well, maybe that's just a random word. Maybe people don't remember Swimfan.
Oh, yeah, because anybody but us is thinking about the 2002 psychological thriller movie Swimfan.
Oh, we watched Swimfan.
Be realistic, Jim.
Man.
Yeah.
Swimming, fans of it.
Yep. We, and it became an ironic title there at the end.
We'll get into it, but I swear that movie ended differently.
I'm telling you, I remember a different psychological thriller based around fucking swimming.
Are we just manufacturing. I mean, granted, I haven't seen this movie since
Except, like,
2002,
and
that was on TV.
It was switched because the dude was the bad guy in this one.
Or the other,
that I remember.
The one you're talking about.
Yeah. Like, I'm just going to look at like 2000 psychological teen thrillers or some shit.
That's a very specific genre.
I know, and yet it won't work.
Psychological thrillers based around swimming.
I already tried that, actually.
Like,
It just kept popping up
a
Swimfan.
very specific type of high school, like,
It's like Jaws and Swimfan. Those are the only two.
oh fuck, who's scarier, the great white shark in Jaws or the crazy girl in Swimfan?
I think this crazy bitch gives
probably the second one.
Jaws a run for his money.
Yeah, because like if you stay out of the water, Jaws can't get you. Also, but on the other hand, you didn't have to fuck Jaws first before it tried to murder you. So,
Hey, that's an entirely different movie there.
anyway, quick introduction to anyone who's listening for the first time. Also, want to apologize if you're listening for the first time. To my right is JoJo.
Hello, my name is Charles Stiles. Welcome to Mystery Diners.
None of that statement was correct. To JoJo's right is Pat.
Hey everybody, it's Pat. It's my time to shine.
To Pat's right is Cannon.
Hi, I'm also Charles Stiles for Mystery Diners.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I could be doing stand-up right now.
Hey. No one forced you. No one twisted your arm, Mr. Man. You came here of your own free will and you had a good time with it and can't take it back.
And I'm Shimmy, and we watched Swimfan. So, God, this movie. Let's go right into the ratings, such as they are. So, JoJo, what were your thoughts on the 2002 psychological teen thriller Swimfan?
For a movie that is definitely a lot worse than Uncut Gems, I was just as anxious because this poor woman, I don't mean poor woman, no, fuck her, she's awful, but she gave me, like, the red flags gave me so much anxiety, and I'm like, dude, just fucking stop. Like, from fucking go, she's crazy. But that being said, this movie it was a watch. The editing's bizarre. It's blue. It's
Blue. A lot of movies.
I mean, if you can say anything about this movie, it's blue by God.
and it is very 2002. Mm-hmm. The most 2002 movie to ever 2002.
Because, like I said, when we were watching, to make a movie timeless and that withstands, perpetuity, cowards work. Make your movie as of the era as possible.
I know we'll get into it, but when they started swimming and the fucking drop tune 7 strings start playing, just I was like, what the fuck is this movie? 2 stars.
I'm actually going to defer to Ken because I would like to say my statement for last.
Okay. Sure, I mean, you did do this to us, so yeah.
I like to hear what everybody's got to say.
First of all, I thought it was funny, going in, I had no idea what Pat's choice was. He did ask me last night, he goes, you want in on the bit? Do you want to know? I was like, no, actually, I want to be surprised. But tonight, when we were upstairs, and Pat said all he had to say was the year, and somehow, I knew what we were watching. It was it was something cosmic. It was I could smell electricity somehow. But yes,
I think you just had a stroke.
That's how the editing made me feel.
Very true.
I saw this movie in theaters, to be honest. I somehow the trailers intrigued me, even though the trailers show you every fucking bit of what's going to happen. I actually own this movie on DVD. Watching it tonight, oh dear.
Dear.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a blast watching it with y'all, but all I kept thinking while watching it was, man, I hope Seven Dust got a good payday out of this. They have a song in this, and I fucking like, oh my God, I forgot. But yeah, other than Erica Christensen being a very convincing psychopath in this movie,
like almost too good.
yeah. Like, other than that, there's a lot to say about this movie that we will talk about.
Maybe.
But maybe, yes. Yeah.
Roll the dice here tonight.
I am sitting at a, I gotta go star and a half on this one.
Fair.
Yeah.
So this is the most 2000s movie to ever 2000s.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it was, like I said, to me, the lead guy, it just looked like Dollar Store Jason Lee, and the crazy girl looked like Dollar Store Kate Hudson.
You know, I don't know if I know what Kate Hudson looks like off the top of my head.
We will fix that.
Yeah, and the acting was terrible, and the editing gave me a stroke.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I don't know who that is.
I always thought Sherry Appleby was really hot because I watched the Roswell show. So you know what?
Was that the girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh.
So star and a half for Sherry Appleby. This movie gets 0 stars, but Sherry Appleby gets a star and a half. She bumps it up.
Oh, man,
I thought you were talking about Erica Christensen upstairs. You thought like she was the one.
No, Sherry Appleby.
Yeah, but you mentioned Erica Christensen upstairs. Like, I always thought she was nice.
No. I was talking about Sherry Appleby.
No, you said Erica Christensen, but you know,
No, I really
forgive
didn't.
You. I remember
I
it
didn't.
differently.
No,
but
I didn't do that.
My brain works better than you give it credit for.
I didn't say your brain doesn't work.
If you country hens are finished clucking, let's get to the man of the hour
Erica
here.
Christensen was in The Case for Christ.
Oh, the Money in the Bank. Yes.
Yeah.
But you know who else remembers? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm always remembers. And Charles Styles from Mystery Diners.
Charles Styles from Mystery Diners.
Charles Styles, Mystery Diners.
You guys don't even remember your own names. So,
Hi, I'm Charles Styles. I'm from Mystery Diners.
What is happening?
oh God!
Oh,
All
the
right.
mic said it. Oh no.
Okay, so when I came down to the Abaddon's murder basement where we record,
Yes.
the tables were all switched around because apparently at some point the table where the computer was sitting just stopped.
Yeah, it stopped giving up. It's giving a shit immediately. And it scared me. Like, I came downstairs and this whole computer was on the floor, like drivers hanging out. And I was like, oh no, it's the end of all the shows immediately. But we just popped everything back in and double checked, triple checked everything, and everything's fine. Thank God.
Yeah, but like now apparently JoJo's mic stand has decided it also is done. Like, well, if that table doesn't have to do anything, then by God,
Man, these
God, fucking clap!
these mics.
Maybe we should pause until Joe gets her.
Yeah, let's just. We're going to take a short break for technical difficulties. Otto, help us out. Quit being so fucking lazy. Jesus.
we'll be right back. Grace, class, style. All of this and more can be found at tpublic.com/user/caging greatness. Show the world that you'll never let anyone cage your greatness. Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
We're here.
Okay.
If we were a video podcast, you would see me with fucking Joker paint right now. I am about to fucking snap. It's like I said, like immediately after we cut off, it's like everything that can go wrong has gone wrong except for a few things like the past like few weeks, and I'm ready to fucking snap.
Just fucking like Acme kaboings out of nowhere. Just,
Like it like fucking like turns into like Thanos dust. I wouldn't be surprised if, and then like the computer explodes, a meteor hits,
This table crumbles somehow, and it's the sturdiest one down here.
the fucking like an extinction level event happens. It's just like, God, what
COVID-21.
I'm
It
waiting.
skipped 20. It
Yeah.
just went straight to 21. That's how you know how fucked it is.
They're like, you know what? You know how it's like the same thing with Samsung. You know, we're like Samsung 10. No, we're gonna go straight to 20 for some reason. Fuck it. Why?
Wait, did they do that?
I think so. Yeah,
That's stupid.
It was
I
either
don't
like
like
the Galaxy S9 or Galaxy S10. They're just like, you know what? Fuck it, S20 for no reason. Like, wait, why?
That's dumb. I don't like that.
weird.
Like I'm just waiting on like the foghorn and the cartoon smoke to come out of your ears.
Like my face like turns red. It slowly rises to the top, and then like when it gets to the top, you hear the ding.
Like the smoke comes out of their ears. like her head turns into like a train whistle.
The fucking Kill Bill sirens going off.
Okay, well, before
My tummy hurts.
oh, man, my face hurts. I can't. I mean, I can, but damn,
Not even 10 minutes. Like this is the chair of chaos.
not even 10 minutes.
It's like that seat right there is like the Siege Perilous of the AYCH canon.
All right, let's start over. Hi, I'm Charles Styles. Welcome to Mystery Diners.
I promise we'll explain that bit later. But in the meantime, I'm Charles Styles. I'm from Mystery Diners.
No, fucking Pat's gonna be like, you know, boys, you know how I got these scars?
It's more like, you know how y'all got these scars? And then just pull out like a box blade.
Ow.
Okay, so Swimfan.
Yep. Swimfan. A little bit of behind the scenes, how we got to this point. Not the Clusterfuckers episode, to the origin of this idea. Is way back, probably sometime last year. Cannon, Joe, and I were all just hanging out talking, and fucking Cannon mentioned Swimfan, a movie I had literally forgotten existed for goddamn over 10 years. And I was like, oh, fuck, brain blasted me in the middle of the night. And then it's been rattling around in there like those baby teeth inside of a spray can bottle. And you know what? When my name came up on the wheel, it's like, maybe. What if a bitch did?
And that bitch, in fact, indeed, sure did.
Because it's like, you know what? I haven't seen this since I was 12, and which I still remember that day clearly. Now that level of like sediment has been excavated, and like this formative memory has been reclaimed by my larger psyche. Yeah, I was like, you know, this movie that's just filled with like shirtless dudes for all the 90 minutes, and like I'm just sitting there like the dean from Community. I sure hope this doesn't awaken anything in me. And like, bam, here I am now. So, watching it back, you know, like it's, you know, very, very painfully early 2000s, but like I had a good time watching it, and like there's definitely like some very like clunky aspects of it in many regards. But I still had a fun time, you know.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Oh, well.
But that's whew,
Highest score of the bunch there,
generous
bud.
score.
Because like, I was thinking, no, is this a 2.5? But then like, I definitely liked it more than Gross Point Blank, and we just watched that, and that's my dividing line into like the lower echelon of my movies. I'm like,
Yep.
this this was definitely, I would definitely watch this over that again. Sorry, Frank and Amelia, but like I had more fun watching this than that.
Yeah, no, Gross Point Blank is the definition of mid.
Yeah.
Like I always thought it was fine. I still, like I told you guys, I still like it more than Boogie Nights. Small preview of the movie episode of All You Can Hear coming up. God, I can't wait for that shit.
It might be a little hot under the collar on our 90s tournament go through episode.
All I have to say to that, Shim, is my brother in Christ. God's love has patience.
But it does have its limits.
But
as JoJo's face just turns into Bob Tomato.
oh my goodness. But yeah, like Pat, it has, like, if this movie came out in 2002, the last time I'd seen it had to have been like 03, 04 when it came out on physical release. Because again, for some reason, I bought this damn thing. I was in a period where I just watch a movie. And I was like, you know what? I saw that in theaters. I'm going to buy it. And I watch it and be like, sometimes you just let it go. Yeah. But it's good to like rewatch shit and get a new perspective on it. But like I said, it was fun watching it, and just how this movie flips in like so many aspects. Like I'm not gonna say it, but just how this shit ended was just like had us all like, wait, what?
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but the premise of the movie, star athlete on the swim team, Ben, played by Jesse Bradford, he's got all this good stuff lined up for him. He's ready to start a career, like a pro athlete career, ride to college, with a sweet gal, and but things get a little lost along the way when this mysterious girl named Madison, who definitely is not a crazy person.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Look at her and tell she's crazy.
Well, she does like too good of a job to where she just doesn't turn it off. To work, like even in the scenes where she's supposed to be like all seductive and bring him, I'm like, no, she's just even I think like teenage me would have been like, yeah, she's crazy.
Do you know what it reminded me of? And this is probably the only time that Swimfan will ever be compared to anything Stanley Kubrick did. It is like the opening scene of The Shining when you first see Jack Nicholson's character in Stanley Ullman's office when he's trying to get the job looking at the Overlook. You see this man on your screen, your first thought is, that motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he hit that kid.
So yeah, he beat the fuck out of his son. He's gonna lose his fucking mind. He's insane. Yeah. That man is a crazy person trying to pass as normal for 20 more minutes, and then he's gonna just let it go. Yeah. That's the same feeling I got from what's Crazy Blonde Girl.
Yeah, and spoiler, she goes crazy.
What?
Because she starts to get all seductive on Ben. It's just like innocuous saying, "Hey, can you help me open my locker?" And which just spirals into just I would say Gone Girl level of just a woman fucking over a dude, and it's just really kind of insane. How this teenage girl is just doing 4D chess, inserting herself into this dude's life, and then with this Machiavellian scheme to deteriorate his life.
And she has to be like part in the NSA or some shit. There's no way she would have this much information in 2002.
Well, I mean, it's a lot.
It's early internet. But.
A lot of the reviews derisively called it Fatal Attraction Junior, which is very apt.
Yeah.
That's all this movie is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So are you telling me that Swimfan is the Fatal Attraction that Jake reinvented? It's the Great Gatsby?
Get out of my head! I was just thinking that. So those of you who don't know. What is it? Jake reinvented?
Jake reinvented.
Okay, it's the Great Gatsby, but set in high school.
But it's contemporary-ish, 2000s-ish.
So it's just high school.
Yeah, but it's the Great Gatsby.
Yeah, it's like the story, but
yeah. Okay.
So this is like Saved by the Bell, Fatal Attraction edition.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's just fair.
Swimfan.com.
Yep.
Horsedick.mpeg.
.jpeg.png.
Look, how could I have a virus? I downloaded this straight from LimeWire. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, why do I have so many viruses?
Yeah, actually, my next wheel choice, fear.com.
I thought, I mean, it's just my opinion. I thought Crazy Person was, like, I guess, like the highlight of the movie because at least she played the part she was hired to play.
I mean, she's definitely convincing, like a little too convincing because, like, there's definitely, like, been people I've known in my life is like, they're like, obviously they're not well and they're very manipulative and, like, she hit a lot of those marks.
Yeah, it's just like, I bought you stuff, like, and then when she was like, tell me you love me, I mean, we were all just like, no.
That's when you start swimming backwards.
You're like, literally, they're fucking in the
You start
pool.
doing the fucking dolphin, right?
Like, literally swimming in the pool, and she's like, tell me you love me. It's like, just get out. Get out. Just
Mid-coitus.
shoot up into the air.
He's mid-thrust. Tell me you love me. Immediately should have gone soft. Like, just immediately.
Like, he should have done that again for the guy, like, throws at the deuces and just fades away.
Yeah, like it should have retracted into his abdomen as he ran. Like jumped up and bongo noises on the top of the water as his feet stayed in the same place. Full on Shaggy run out of the pool.
But he was in there long enough for this girl to be like, you know what, I'm going to make him my next victim because apparently she has a history of like finding some star athlete and then just like going crazy and just like ruining his life and then killing him before she moves on. And also in this town that she moves into, she lives into like a fucking Venetian castle. Like it has like fucking skywalk. Like she's just like, oh, you're here, come on in. It's like, because I guess it's still, you know, how you know, when one decade leads into another, there's a lot of holdovers from like the fashion and the things of the era. So apparently we're still in the 90s where people just had gigantic fucking houses.
Yes.
And it's just like, how did anybody afford like these mansions?
It's like, why do you live in the Jumanji house? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Born too early to own property. Born too late to be a TikTok star.
Do you
Born right at the right time to be a freelance artist.
Because at that point you find out that she used to be obsessed with this one baseball player. Do you think her I am handle was baseball fan 85? I don't think baseball fan has the same ring to it as swim fan.
Well, here's the thing about that I still don't get. Like, was it established that she fucked his life over? Because like apparently they were actually dating. They had nice pictures of each other. So like, I almost got the impression that because they were driving, he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. The baseball player. Mm-hmm. That's why he was in a coma or whatever. I got the impression that is what made her crazy because when, spoiler for the end of the movie, when they pretend to be him, the baseball player, she's like, Jake, is it you? Is it you? And she's like all like crazy happy, right? So like, I don't know, like, does she a Black Widow or does she just really miss her baseball boyfriend and that made her crazy pants?
Hey, she's crazy, so it could be any number of things.
It's called ambiguity.
I'm sorry, I'm looking for character development backstory in 2002 Swimfan. That's on me.
Just the way her character is veiled throughout, I'm gonna assume. Oh, and she was like, "Oh, didn't have a scratch on her," and how like made a point to say that. Wow, she didn't have a scratch. Oh yeah, she totally had something to do with him being in a coma right there.
It was, like Ken said, it's like the way they said. Although I can imagine like they're getting into the car and the guy's about to put on the seatbelt, and then he thinks about it and he's like, I'm just so tired. And then he does it.
It's like,
It's like, babe, I think we need to take a break. What? She just rams her into Dukes of Hazzard off of a bridge.
And then it like starts tumbling down the hill like fucking Adam Sandberg and fucking Hot Rod.
all right, let's get into Madison's psyche here. Okay, hear me out. All right, she takes a pair of shears to the seatbelt and just like cuts it where it buckles, but leaves like that much attached. So when an actual accident occurs, he's definitely, that belt's breaking and he's schling.
I mean, that's like 40 chest.
But that's how she operates.
Yeah, like how she operates in this movie.
It's like somehow she found the hospital that he like interns at, and like honestly, given a pretty important job at the hospital, like handing out medication, which like I feel like he had to have a little bit.
Like a license or something.
I mean, I never worked in the hospital, but that seems like a big job to give like a high school student who's there part time.
Yeah.
But what do I know? This is 2000s.
Like also before this Madison person came and like completely like wrecked a dude's life completely. How did he have the time to be like the king of all water? Like, he is the Aquaman. He has a part-time job at the fucking hospital, and then he goes and like hangs out at his girlfriend's work until she gets off at like sometimes 1 a.m. Gee, where the fuck does he sleep? He might be Batman.
I mean, he pulled some Batman in that movie.
Well, I mean, he was a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean,
In the movie, he was supposed this 40-year-old man.
That clock stopper was not 17.
oh my fucking god, he was a clock stopper.
Hacker. Well, he was probably 17 when he was in Hackers.
Wait, clocks.
That's a Nickelodeon movie about the guy who had a watch that could stop not stop.
And it had the theme song made by Smash Mouth.
I guess I never saw it. I just remember the poster and that guy being in it.
Yeah.
I just remember. I've never seen it either. I just remember the like commercials on Nickelodeon, and they were like featuring this hit new song from Smash Mouth.
I feel like that was like the last Nickelodeon original movie. It wasn't like a cartoon, like
Yeah.
It was like, let's have the Rugrats meet the Walt Thornberry in the jungle.
Okay, I do feel I owe Jesse Bradford an apology.
Yeah.
When the movie released, so like when it was filmed in 2001, he would have been 22 years old.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like he's obviously a younger man, but like there's also the issue of like he has a very prominent like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. And for as much as we do harp on this, there was a guy I went to school with who was younger than me. And in like 7th grade, looked like a fucking dad. like full beard, fucking just. He had like a wife beater on most of the time.
He had a family of 4, and he was a 4th grader.
Erica Christensen was 19. Crazy Girl was 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
At the time of filming.
I mean, like to Joe's point, like I knew somebody in middle school who had a full beard.
Yeah.
Like it's more likely than you think, but also like this is still of the era where you have grown people playing teenagers, but it's like there's a reason because they can't have teenagers actually be in movies because they're minors and you have to have like so much school time because they're underage and you have to pay for that school. And it's like, what, let's just get to the clip of this and just hire like youngest looking adults. Just makes things simpler.
Yeah.
But and this bitch, she's crazy, and
I mean that's basically the movie, and the poor and his like actual girlfriend does not deserve anything this poor girl gets.
Like she gets run off the road by Crazy Girl,
nearly drowned,
like handcuffed to a office chair, dropped in the pool, and she's like, you know what? Maybe we should see other people.
And you know why that office chair was there? That was the swim coach's office chair.
Oh, because
do you know why he had a desk next to the pool? So they could try to drown Sherry Appleby after the fact.
Oh,
I mean,
fucking just like connecting the dots over here.
Hey, maybe this movie's more tightly wound than we thought.
Because there's this
Too tightly
there's this
wound.
one moment in the film where they're at Ben, right?
Yeah,
Or Ben's
Sure,
house,
yeah.
and he's like walking to his door, and then the camera like it moves away from him, pans up to like, oh hey, look at these 2 trophies that are up here. These aren't going to be important very soon, and just comes back down. Falls like, nobody's there. Comes back, camera pans back up. Oh, there's a trophy missing, and his mom's like laid out in the kitchen. Mom, what's going on? Done.
He gets clonked out.
You know what bothers me most about that shot is I see what they were doing. And it was smart to do that. Sure, like it's an obvious hand holding. Oh, there's a trophy missing. He's about to get hit in the face. Why would they have, like, they could set that house up any way they want. Why did they choose to have that trophy 2 feet higher than this man's head so that the camera has to swing all the way up in a hill shape to catch the damn trophy?
Because it's really awkward. Yeah, like if the bookshelf was just a little shorter. Also, if you're gonna have trophies, why are you gonna have them that high up?
I'm just like, it looked like the cameraman fucking tripped.
It did.
It's like, whoop.
I mean, maybe he's such a good swimmer that he's just running out of room, and he's just like trying to find places to put his trophy.
It's like, goddamn, Ma, I got another trophy. It's like, oh, damn, son, put it in the pile.
Excuse me while I huff this water because I'm Aqualad.
And while we're on the subject of editing,
Yes.
like when we get like, I mean, you see her going crazy from the get, but when you start like seeing when he starts like, hey, I don't want anything to do with you, she's like, but then the camera does like this weird, like, like choppy. It's not even the camera; it's just edited. It's like this shot and then this shot, just 2 different frames completely in 2 different settings, and it's
2 different takes almost, where they move the camera 2 minutes, like 2 inches to the left.
Yeah.
And there was one point where that happened, and the dialogue was exactly as I'm about to say. It was what, and that made me think of Butters going, or Jimmy going, can I get a what, Dad? What? Like it was like a fucking hip hop opener. What?
Yeah.
And I will say, in at least that moment, like the choppy editing felt more deliberate.
yeah.
Yeah, it felt like you're like supposed to be in the psyche of her as she's like breaking.
Like-
and like some of the shots, like it makes it seem like what she's hearing isn't what's actually being said.
Yeah.
But then that all goes out the window because that happens for other scenes where she's not around.
Exactly. yeah.
Exactly.
But-
Which is like, is this supposed to be purposeful, or is this just shoddy editing? And it's leaning more towards the right.
It might be a little bit of both, because I feel like that's more like, I can, look past that. I mean, I look past a lot in this movie, obviously, for the sake of fun times. But like, there's definitely are moments like when she's dating the crazy girl's dating the main dude's best friend to like kind of get at him, and he's like, "You're crazy, bitch. I'm out of here." And then the camera starts just jerking around, and then too. But I guess like because she's still in that moment, like it's feasible, but there's like I feel like it was that jerky editing was more prominent in the second half of the movie.
Yes, and like obviously she's going more crazy, but it also just felt like honestly felt like they switched editors halfway through.
Yeah. Of course, the biggest point to think of, though, and I think Pat would agree with this strongly, is that the real hero of this movie, because, the main guy, he had a rough time, but, he cheated on his girlfriend. He's high schooler, but still, fuck him, right? The main hero is the crazy girl's cousin, who's hard of hearing and super nice.
And also for a split second when he was like cleaned up to pretend to be her comatose boyfriend, it's like, no, that's not Mark Paul Gossier. Because he looked a lot like him in that one shot with his hair like laid flat. It's like, no, ma'am. But then it wasn't. Mm-hmm. But
then the rest of the time he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna make like this dude look really greasy and awkward. Like his hair's like sticking up, like fucking like something's about Mary. Just like
Yeah.
And like
hair gel.
And it's not really mentioned at all, but he's wearing 2 hearing aids. It's like, that's an interesting point. I don't know if that means anything, but that's there.
No, see, it makes him different, which is why he's the target of scorn. Because it was the 2000s.
Yeah.
Either that or the actor might actually be hard of hearing.
Well, he was in that Kiss movie.
Kiss movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit Rock City.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I was like, wait, they made a movie about the song, and then it was like, oh yeah, they did make a movie about the song.
Oh God, I'm just looking because I know I've seen him in things. Oh, I remember he was in Cabin Fever from 2000,
yeah.
another 2002 movie.
He was.
The one with the dude with Boy Meets World in
Yep,
it.
that
Ryder
one.
Strong.
Yeah,
Because that's like one of Eli Roth's first movies, right?
yeah.
God, I do not like.
Oh
it.
wow, I remember 100 Girls. Scary Movie 2. I don't remember much.
I don't remember.
Oh,
American.
yeah.
Wait, he was in American Pie. It had to have been like a small bit part in American Pie because he wasn't like one of the main castmates. I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, true hero of the day. He knew how crazy she was. Hey, you got to get out of here. She's gonna fucking murder you now.
And he was essential in foiling her. But back to my false memory, I guess. I swear, in the climax where after the crazy girl is caught in the act, the cops arrest her. She shoots the cops, escapes, kidnaps the girlfriend, who's just beat to hell because she got run over by a car just 3 hours ago. And so she has her tied up. They tussle in the pool where the crazy girl drowned because she doesn't know how to swim. I mean, they did set that up. Yeah. But I swear to God, there was in the TV version, she came back out of the pool like Jason style, psych you bitch. When you kill the bag, when you think you killed the bag, they come back one last scare. I swear he takes the gun that she stole from cop and shoots her. I swear that happened, but it's been since 2002, so my mind may have just filled in some gaps there.
I mean, you might have seen an alternate ending or something. By the way, Cannon, that dude's credit in American Pie was enthusiastic guy.
Yeah, I saw that. That still tells me shit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the first American Pie in so long. But yeah, that's entirely possible. I remember seeing TV versions of movies all the time with scenes that I do not remember seeing in the theatrical version at all, and it always fucks me up every time I see it.
And what's weird is that when I rented this on Amazon Prime, there were two versions of it. The one I rented was 3 minutes longer than the other. What? So I don't know what was different.
Maybe it's that scene you're talking about.
Yeah, somehow the one with the fucking slasher ending is in the shorter version somehow.
I was gonna joke and say she comes back like Jason style, but hell, you just said you remember seeing that. Holy crap.
I mean, I might be wrong, but I swear that happened.
It's entirely possible. It may have been a deleted scene or something.
Just for whatever reason, just you know what, put this on daytime FX, because why not?
Because for example, I never saw in Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2, I never saw the scene where J. Jonah Jameson put on the Spider-Man outfit until one day when I was watching it on FX.
Well, because that one was a deleted scene that was re-added for the TV ones.
Okay. Because I just remember seeing it, I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember this at all.
So I was doing a little bit of internet sleuthing while y'all were talking, and it doesn't seem like there's an alternate ending to Swimfan.
Yeah, I was just looking too. I couldn't find anything.
I know, like I said, this might just be a fabricated memory.
Well, can we talk about the ending and how it just
stops?
It's very abrupt.
Yeah.
The crazy girl's dead, and it's I guess sometime later there's another swim meet where his pal wins, I guess, or somebody, I don't know, and he's just well, that's not me. So he just walks out of the school, meets this girl in his truck, and just end
credits.
Yeah. Which she was granted, like we've said, she had been through the ringer in this movie, and she just, in the shot, just looking off in a daze, just out there. And then, he gets in the car, they just hold hands, mwah. And then
she might have been thinking, oh yeah, this was the truck that crazy bitch tried to run me down in after she fucked my boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's just she is very sedated on painkillers. Just trying to block out. I'm gonna guess how this movie took place over the course of a week or something.
Because it felt like it.
Yeah.
And then people that I didn't know who they were until much later in life. Jason Ritter's in this movie.
He's one of the main characters, like Circle of Friends.
He gets like 2 lines.
Yeah. Was this one of his like first movies? Because he does barely anything.
I think so, yeah.
And, like I guess you would think for a teen movie, like the little ensemble of friends would be more present, but they're not really. I mean, like his token black friend, she's like there to help like unravel the plot at the end, but
that kind of comes out of nowhere, though.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing beforehand that leads you to believe that that's going to happen. I mean, and the whole thing is supposed to be like, "Ha, I got you, bitch," but like it's like,
what did she really admit to?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did say, "You killed the dude who's dead and tried to run my girlfriend over," and then she goes, "I did it for us." So, I mean, you know,
oh yeah,
That
phrasing is like, it's not great, but it is enough.
Yeah, hey, that cop was on the dude's ass like for just as flimsy reasons. So.
Yeah.
God, I hate like. I hate like cop characters who are like that in fucking movies and TV. It just makes me mad. I'm just like, why are you just being such an ass?
Don't worry, that's why he got demoted to being a prison warden in Orange Is the New Black. I realized it was the same dude. I was just like, oh my God, it's Beer Can. Am I the only one here that's watched that show? Well, most of that show?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, no.
I haven't seen an episode.
I've seen, I think that at least the first 3 seasons, or 3 or 4 seasons, I know, and he's the fucking warden, and they call him a Beer Can because
You be drinking that beer, or he's shaped like a beer can.
something on him is shaped like a beer can.
It's his dick.
Oh, it's his penis.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's his parasitic twin.
Oh God,
That's a face. It's Voldemort.
Oh God.
But yeah.
it's just like a little tiny person that comes out of his like right titty. That's just like, ha.
And also, and God, when y'all told me who he was, I don't have his name in front of me, but his friend who ends up dying in the pool, who like gets knocked out with the bat in the pool, it ends up being Riggs in the Fox television show of Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, who got fired for being a shithead.
Yeah. Man, that show just like slowly turned into not Lethal Weapon like immediately after the first season, eh?
Well, the first season was the first season. Then second season, when all the shit went down, so they fired him by the third season when they brought in Sean William Scott, and that was the end of the show.
Yeah, because I remember like hearing rumors that like I think like Damon Wayans was also on his way out or some shit. Like he was done.
Yeah, he was tired of the dude playing Riggs. So like, well, we'll fire him. We'll get Sean William Scott.
And I hate it because like I actually watched the first 2 episodes of that show, and y'all know me, I love Lethal Weapon. It wasn't bad. It was not bad. I just you know if people are shitheads can't get along, what can you do?
Yeah, and plus like it's kind of hard to get invested on a Fox TV show because like, oh, this is neat. Probably won't be here in like a month.
Yeah, they'll move it to Friday, and no one watches TV on Friday, and it'll be fucking canceled.
And then possibly just like with their hands, and you're just like, well, why didn't it work? I don't know what happened. They've been doing the same goddamn thing for 20 fucking years.
I mean, who watches like? I mean, for the most part, I know a lot of people still do, but who does or has time to watch traditional TV these days anymore? I know we don't have basic cable.
No.
Like I get a taste of it when I go visit my mom, and even then I'm just like, what? There's commercials?
Yeah,
ew, this is stupid.
I mean, we do watch AEW.
Well, yeah,
But that's once a week and on a Wednesday.
That's true.
I
guess because I'm just like used to that.
Yeah,
and it's technically streaming. So, but it's just like
that's the most like actual like televised programming.
Like cable,
like a weekly, I'd say, yeah.
Because like everything else is like streaming. I think the only people I know that still has like cable on top of streaming are like my parents.
What's that fucking like what's that damn like men's like whatever protein shit they're always hawking during Dynamite?
Oh God!
What is it?
It's not Extends.
It's like,
no, not the dick pills.
Nugenics.
Yeah,
I was about to say, it sounds like eugenics.
Which I think they need a workshop that a little more.
Yeah, this sounds a little too close to a thing that's bad.
Oh God! I mean,
One bit I did want to mention, because like there's some primo needle drops in this movie. I did want to get to what's on the Swimfan soundtrack.
yes.
it is interesting.
It is a 12-song album, and starting off with track 1 is "Everything" by Shihad.
Not familiar.
Yeah, got nothing.
"Cave" by Celebrity.
Nothing.
Still nothing.
"Slow Down" by Wayne.
Nothing. She threw
Yo.
-3 here.
"Hole," that's WHOLE by Flaw.
Oh, I actually know that one. I actually like that song. Yeah.
I'm still nothing.
I had never heard of that.
"Roll Over and Play Dead" by Portable Body Code.
Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing.
Bunch of new metal bands never heard of. Maybe.
"Too Much Too Soon" by Llama.
No.
Oh my God. Who the fuck are
God,
these
I
bands?
hope Second and Charles has this soundtrack because I'm fucking buying it.
Oh, that's gonna be fucking good. "Greater Than / Less Than" by Saliva.
Oh, we got some preacher rock on there.
I actually know that band, yeah.
The acoustic version of "Deny" by Default.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nah, it's still nothing for me.
I know how to play that song on guitar. It's actually really fun to play on guitar.
"Black" by Seven Dust.
Yeah, that's when he's running down up the stairs, and he starts choking her, and it stops immediately.
It was almost like why
We
even play this?
need a song for this very short moment.
But I hope the guys in Seven Dust got a good paycheck out of that.
They got a lot of the back end, strangely. "Down in Me" by Allergic.
No.
Nope, nothing.
God, talk about bands that were lost to 2002.
Yeah, just to the sands of time. "Clueless" by Paid a Girl.
Nope.
No.
Still nothing.
Wow.
And lastly, "Jesus Says" by Ash.
No. So I know like what, 3 or 4 of.
Yeah, because like only 8 of these had music videos, and like the rest are just like. Ooh.
Yeah, Hole has a music video. I don't even remember hearing Hole in the movie. It might have just been like on the actual just movie soundtrack. But yeah, do you remember that one scene? And I don't know what fucking song it was, but like it's when you hear a whistle, and they all dive in. It's just fucking the most new metal song
Just like
that ever
some
new metal.
chugging
Just a
guitars.
bunch of dudes swimming.
It's just like, you know what we need? We need to drop like the drop G7 string. Just like
This is the shit that like needs to be in like, I don't know, Last Action Hero 2. Make it happen, cowards. But no, it's in this movie where it's just swimming. It's just like, man, this is just like, do you know, they were like editing that scene, and they were just like, man, this fucking rocks, bro.
We need some hard shit right here, man.
Man, I imagine like if this movie was like made in like 2007 or 2008, that song would be like replaced by something by Meshuggah. Just like,
That'd be some funny shit, man.
Like, I didn't know anybody who listened to this sort of music in high school except for like one guy, my buddy Jeremy, who got kicked out of the Christian school
For listening to that music.
because I think I've mentioned.
He had the Swimfan album in his soundtrack. It's like, this boy gotta go.
I think I've mentioned it on the show how like there was a kid who brought in his Third Eye Blind CD and everyone was like, "Oh wow, that's so cool! I can't believe you're bringing in cool secular music like that."
You're such a rebel.
And like, I was listening to, I would alternate between Harry Connick Jr. and then fucking pop punk. So I was listening to Goldfinger and Riddling Kids and Blink and I'm just like, yeah, no, that's super hard, you guys. And I'm like, I know my shit's not quote unquote hard, but like compared to this asshole, like I may as well be in all black with a chain on my wallet, right? But
Just like, Harry Connick Jr., get out of the way, old man.
Love Harry Connick
Just
Jr.
like imagine Shim with just like the fucking Jinko jeans, big ass chain wallet, just this like black shirt in metal font. It says Harry Connick Jr. Black lipstick, earring, the whole spiel.
And then he has Liberty Spikes too. He like walks up to like a little kid, like a fucking underclassman's like, "Hey kid."
You're not punk enough to know who Harry Connick Jr. is.
I do want.
God, I can't even remember what band I was going to pick for that.
Have you listened to his recording of My Funny Valentine? It's pretty hardcore.
I would love to see the periscope into another universe where Shimmy was like the extra as fuck goth kid.
No,
Like you just hear,
Where are you?
like you just hear him coming down the hall from like a mile. It's like just all the chains and just like metal just clacking against each other.
Fuck the Jingo jeans.
look,
Jimmy's
my-
wearing trip pants.
Like my fashion has evolved a lot since high school. All right, back in high school, I always wore jeans and superhero T-shirts. Okay, and now I'm with it. I'm hip. I wear jeans and pro wrestling T-shirts. You guys.
that was me in high school and now.
We love a character development.
Man, all right, y'all ready to laugh at me? I'm going to admit something to the world right now.
Sure.
This is a safe space between us and all these strangers on the internet.
Yes, all 20 people who listen to the show.
What if some of the 20 people or some of the bands we were just like, who the fuck are they? Llama? Who are you?
Hey,
And they're just like, oh.
Yeah, no, they
really
can't.
sad and offended.
They can't get mad because who the fuck are they?
See a bunch of llamas with their guitar straps very low.
And they're like spitting.
it's like, fuck you, man.
For some reason, they can only do Taylor Swift's Trouble.
Okay. All right, but in high school, at one point, I did modify an actual chain that was meant for dogs to be a wallet chain. And oh my God, this motherfucker was like dragging the ground. Like, I'm not exaggerating.
Man, Cannon, I got a sincere question for you. Who the fuck did you have to wrangle with that chain in order to have to carry that around? Just like, old Jethro, he's acting up again.
Don't worry, I did wear it long. I was just like, what was I fucking thinking? This is so impractical.
Like Kenneth's walking down the blacktop to get to school. There's just like sparks coming up from the chain dragging from the ground.
Like I'm hanging it out the bus back window, just like with Woody attached to it.
It's like he's moonlighting as like Ghost Rider Teen Edition. Just like, just like
fuck. Just ripping the chain around.
yeah, that's a good bit. But I do appreciate the DIY spirit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, world, but yeah, that's a true story. Story time with that cannon guy, baby. It's like I don't know if like anybody like that went to school with me like listen to the show and be like, yep, I remember that shit.
They just get like
He's not lying.
Like I'm shocked none of the teachers were just like he can like wrap that around his fist and like hit someone. It's like I would never
Or
do
he
that,
could just
obviously.
actually strangle someone.
But yeah, no, that shit was like dragging. They would get hung on shit. I was like, fuck this.
it's almost as if just that style of fashion is not functional at all.
Nah.
Because I kept thinking, like, even as a kid, like, how do you wash the pants with all these chains on it? You're going to tear up your washing machine.
Because I like never owned Jinko jeans, but I did have some like very baggy jeans. And then like I saw this video the other day. It's like me like walking to high school when it's raining, and it's like starts at the bottom, and by the time we get to first period, it's all the way up to the knees.
Yes.
It's
Oh
like,
my
God,
God.
is it cold in here?
Like,
to you guys?
I knew too many fucking kids in high school. There'd be like these kids with like the ratty ass long jeans, like they covered up their feet, and then they'd be walking to class with just like water stains up to their fucking shin. I'm like, you gotta walk around all day in that. There's like mud and shit on it. I'm like, nah, this ain't it, Chief.
God, when I was in high school, there was only one kid who had trip pants, And I remember the last time he wore them, he was on the top bleacher.
Oh no!
Fell all the way to the bottom.
Oh.
Like it was Andy Samberg? Did I say? Anyway, fucking hot rod, just going down the bleachers,
End over end.
and let me rephrase that. The only time he wore them after that is when he turned them into shorts.
In my high school, we had a dress code because, of course, we did.
Because fuck that school.
Right. So I always wore khakis and just a regular polo shirt, like the same 3 shirts, because fuck them. But everybody else, like everywhere, as far as I could see, Carhartt khakis and fishing shirts with like the pastels with the flappy bits in the back, because it gets real sweaty. And
Wow. Fuck
just that.
Fucking just like Magellan shirts.
Yeah, and then like when I'd see them outside of school, they'd wear the same goddamn thing. Like I've switched to jeans and a t-shirt because I was the rebellious one in my high school. Which that's right, I'm a pretty tough cookie. They'd still wear the fucking fishing shirts, and
because that kind of shirt counts as like a nice shirt.
It was a
there.
button down. It was within school. I did have one friend who I miss because I enjoyed his company. He showed up on his last day senior year in a button-down Dragon Ball Z print shirt with like Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta.
I remember like the fucking like button-up white Dragon Ball like full print. I'm like, oh god, take me back.
Shout out to my buddy Judson. I missed him.
Man, I lucked out. I believe after my senior year, my school instituted uniforms.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like had to be khakis, jeans, and one of 3 different color polos had to be tucked in, all that shit. Because when I was there, like I think it started either freshman or junior year for me, but we had to start wearing ID tags.
Jesus.
What school did you go to?
I went to a public school. I went to Grenada High School in Mississippi.
Why did you? That's some fucking 1984 shit.
And then after I left, they put in like metal detectors and shit. Like,
God, I thought our school was the Gestapo with fucking like if you wore a hat indoors, they would just like fucking like take your knees out from under
No,
you.
they were hardcore about hats there too. You couldn't wear them. You couldn't fucking wear them.
Which is so fucking stupid.
No,
I'm
like-
just like, what is like me wearing a baseball cap inside going to do? Like what laws am I breaking?
We couldn't have backpacks when I was in high school.
Not even the clear mesh ones?
No. We had to carry everything around.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's really
I mean, we had
fucked up.
lockers, but God forbid if you had a lot of fucking homework that day, you had to take a lot of shit home with you. I learned how to carry a lot of shit in my day.
You should have just shown up with a suitcase, like full on luggage and shit.
I wish I could have. It would have been great. Like it's just a clear fucking plastic like briefcase. Just you can see everything. You see that?
Just roll up in there like a fucking Walmart bag.
It's like fuck y'all. This sucks. Like I'm tired of carrying all this shit.
Because God, like I remember, like it was either like the end of my middle school or beginning of high school. They implemented the clear and mesh backpack rule, and I was like, "This is dumb." And then no one did it, and so it was like, "Why is this rule even a thing?" Because I like at a certain point, I stopped carrying.
Because I remember that was after I graduated. I think my sister, she got caught up in the weekend. We have a mesh or clear backpack. And like, guess what? They're not good for backpack because they're not structurally sound in any way.
No, they always like broke down, especially like the mesh ones, and then like the fucking clear ones.
It would
couldn't
melt.
Yeah.
Because I know a girl who had one of those like for fun, and she went out on a summer day and it got caught on something and just like stretched until it ripped.
Oh,
because
God.
it was melting. It's like it's not functional, like we said.
And like the whole thing was to stop like school shootings or whatever. But it was
that's where it started.
But it's like if that's the line between us and Bradley, who's just had enough. I don't know. It's
a silly Band-Aid bullshit that doesn't help the bigger issue like school shootings.
Yeah, because like I don't know, like I like this is something that's been on my mind, just thinking of like all the bullshit inane like rules in high school, like they made up. I'm like, what? Why was any of it? Almost felt like it was just so like they could give like the teachers and the administration like some level of power in their pathetic failures of lives.
I told y'all about the weird like lock on the locker thing that my school did like twice a year, didn't I? I don't know if I've ever said it on the show.
I don't think I've heard this story.
It rings a bell.
It was like we always called it, even when I was there, like glorified fucking like a shyster fundraiser for them just to like get free money from us, because like they'd always tell us, oh, put a lock on your locker, but you know, didn't have time to like diddle with a lock when we're in between classes, so we were just like, just throw our shit in there and just go, just open it up and go. Nobody ever stole shit.
Yeah,
but we gonna steal our fucking books, like, and I never put anything I was like scared to get jacked in my locker ever.
yeah. It's not like you're going to put your wallet in your locker.
But for some fucking reason, twice a year, they were just like, hey, if we don't see a lock on your locker, we're going to put a lock on your locker, and then you have to pay us $1 to take it off.
That's
straight up
extortion.
extortion.
They legit fucking did that on average at least twice a year at where I went to high school.
Like,
That's fucking stupid.
Where's the PTA?
I was just like, man, this is like,
Fuck that. I'm taking
nobody
this to
questioned this
Supreme
shit
Court.
at all. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was just
I'm
dumb.
taking it to the highest power in the land.
But you know what our high school didn't have? Fucking swimming pool. Or swim team, for that matter.
Yeah, this is a bougie high school. Like
when I was like in high school, we had like our swim team was like one guy.
literally, I was about to say, like when I was, it might be the same guy because I know he was in my sister's grade. Like the swim team was one dude, and he had to go to the university's pool to practice, and he was actually really good. I think he did like a lot of like state like level championships. Like shout out to that guy.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think a single fucking shot in this movie was in an actual classroom.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying that was needed for this movie.
No, there
But
wasn't.
I just weird to me.
Yeah.
Right.
It was always like hallway. It was the same like hallways.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Outside.
like one library/music room where she was practicing the cello.
The pool.
The funny thing is, they were filming while classes were in session. They couldn't go in.
It's like, this room's not blue enough, goddammit. Get the blue light.
There were only 2 shots that were not tinted blue in this movie. There was a shot in the hospital and a shot inside Madison's house.
It's symbolism.
That's on the IMDb page. There are only 2 shots that are not blue.
I mean, that's a funny bit. Like, literally, the main dude's house is painted blue. And it's like, you know what? Maybe we need more, like, color theory in movies.
Like, I feel like this movie should have started with, yo, listen up. Here's a story.
About a little girl who's crazy in this blue world.
Yeah, like,
Crazy Frog, why are you here?
Lord.
Text your girlfriend's name to 54326 and find out how compatible you are. Messages may apply.
I would love a different cut of this movie where, like, he just has, like, a gazoo, like, a little strange creature that only he can see. It's like, well, I don't know, Ben. I think she's a little crazy.
I just, and also, I love how Madison, you know, the more she gets crazy, like the more she, you know, she's like getting dark circles on her eyes and shit like shit. She's basically David Flair in 2000s WCW.
A little bit.
Hasn't slept in weeks.
And by the end, she's just taking like a Crayola and just going like raccooning her eyes.
Also, what 17-year-old had a goddamn beeper?
I mean, granted, like the school was small enough; it was probably a private school.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this is a bougie school, so like it's reasonable that, you know, this kid could have a pager, and also like there's some very pointed shot. Check out this hot new pager, kids. Like whenever there's always like a gratuitous like, you know, this movie's sponsored by this random tech thing. So like,
Yeah,
like I never understood pagers. Like I like it's a thing that people called to let you know to call them.
Yeah.
Essentially, right?
Yeah, because like they could send the number.
Yeah.
But they couldn't. They didn't have the technology to send the voice over airwaves like that.
And plus,
It essentially worked like a radio almost.
a one-way radio.
Yeah.
and plus, like this pager was like showing like full blown messages.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is probably the tail end of the pager's lifespan.
Yeah, very, very tail
Yeah,
end.
but people were totally texting in 2002.
Yeah, because like it's like
bullshit product placement. Nobody bought whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, because it's like the first season of The Wire. Like everybody's like using like pagers for drug deals, but after like the first season, it's just that shit's done. I think it came out the same year as this movie.
Yeah. Hey, cinematic universe. Shield and
Shields.
All right. We're coming up on our normal hour time. Do you think we want to keep going, or is this going to be
I think we said enough.
Otto, you're a water, a life. What did you think of Swimfan?
He did not enjoy it.
It's
Not-
like
not
I've been
happy.
angry the whole time. You know what?
Super angry.
I know we have a feud right now, but you know what? Based.
You know, for this one moment, Otto, you are not indeed cringe.
I told Liz that I had a Twitter beef, and she got so excited at first, and then I told her that it was with Otto, the octopus. And she's so upset.
I just lost all interest. Just
I
like
can
y'all.
see the face she gave you.
Like, it was funny as fuck, bro. It's like he flipped me off, and then he tried to eat my finger with his butt.
Well,
Man.
And then him and his bride, they just went back to town.
Also, Shim, I just want you to know, first of all, before we go, does this mean we have to spin the wheel?
Yeah, we need to spin the wheel. So,
Okay, and
could
two-
someone grab the wheel while Cannon says the thing?
And have we corresponded the numbers with the things?
I have not set up anything.
I still have a list. It's good enough for now. So like I will just I
But
got
you
it.
have inspired me whenever that day comes, whenever we settled on it for the next revolting development. And I think you're going to have a good time. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Okay.
But I remember enjoying it back in the day, and it stars one of your faves.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I think we should have a good time.
All right. I'm excited for that. We're going to get the new schedule up soon because as of right now, the only thing we have scheduled for this show is next week's episode, which is a special, we're going to the fucking theater to watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's going to be great.
It's the one movie we talk about Cage the entire fucking month.
Oh, so
I
excited.
mean, like I have our last wheel set up as it was, so I can go down.
Yeah, because I've got the list here too, so we can just
We can just like we'll just go like. Well, how about this? Since they can't read, I'll read down 1 through 14 what our options are.
Sure.
Number 1, Batman discussion.
Okay.
Number 2, Hanks a Lot, where we discuss the Tom Hanks film.
Yeah.
Number 3, Shimmy's Choice. Number 4, Caging Greatness joins the Dark Order. Number 5, worst comic book character. Number 6, B movie spectacular. Number 7, Cannon's Choice. Number 8, point/counterpoint WrestleMania review.
it's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Number 9, top 5, top 10 Watch Mojo list.
Oh my God! Please land on that
Number 10, Matt's choice again. Kindergarten Cop review. Creed retrospective. And lastly, John's choice.
I forgot.
JoJo's choice.
I
Excuse me.
forgot there's so many good fucking options.
Okay, spin the wheel. Let's see what we
All
got.
right, the next Uncaged.
Strong spin. This is for all the
That was a
people who
nice
missed.
spin.
This is for all the people who missed the wheel during the
That was a
impression game.
Solid fucking spin.
What is 9? What is 9? What is it?
It's top 5, top 10 Watch Mojo list.
God, oh my
it.
God! That's fuck yes! Oh my God!
I do indeed believe we wheeled it into existence.
That you know what? That one has to be the best spin in the history of spins. Never have I wanted a bit to be an actual episode this hard in my life.
God.
Now, granted, I would have also settled for the WrestleMania debate. However, top 5, top 10 Watch Mojos. Oh, let's go! Let's fucking go!
God, now we gotta do research.
No, dude, I already started. I have at least one. We only need 5. Oh, the first one,
Like, I watch these stupid lists so much during the week when I'm bagging
and I
and
always
boarding
get
comics.
so fucking mad, but I can't just like
Can't stop.
Can't stop.
Just can't stop.
It's just like crack for my eyeballs.
All right. Well, we've got that to look to, and
I'm so fucking happy.
and thank you all for listening. Please join us next week for The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which I am sure is going to be incredible.
Yes.
And please check out the merch store, tpublic.com/usual/CagingGreatness. One day we'll add some stuff. I'm really busy. Sorry.
Hey, we
But
all
there's
got
stuff
things to
there.
go
That's
do.
the point.
Yeah, we got plenty of designs. And yeah, Jojo, where can the people find you on the intranets?
Oh, I got yawn.
That's great.
My name is Charles Styles from Mystery. And you can follow me on Twitter at JONIIBI24 and John Unson 12 on Letterboxd.
It's Patrick. Thank you all for listening. You now have seen the locus point, the origin of how I became a homosexual. And you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at John Lost His Name. And if you're listening to this the week it comes out, on Monday, April 18th, we release episode 259 of All You Can Hear podcast, where AYC's crew, we had a rip-roaring banner session where we talked about the latest Twitter discourses, Canon's huge movie haul, our local bug fest, and a whole lot more. Go check that out.
And just want to throw this out there. Ralph the Movie Maker, also on Letterboxd, makes YouTube videos. Did a video about a little show called Mystery Diners. That's where this bit started. Anyway, I have been That Canon Guy. You can follow me at That Canon Guy on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Goodreads, and TikTok. Check them out. I think I'm doing some good stuff on there. I think I'm funny at least 60% of the time. That being said, hi, I'm Charles Styles, and welcome to I'm Will from Mystery Diners. I fucked up the bit. I'm Charles Styles, Mystery Diners.
Charles Styles, Mystery Diners. Charles Styles, Mystery Diners.
I'm sorry.
It's your boy Shimmy, and I want to go home. You can follow me at Captain Shimmy's Kind of Art, Captain Shimmy's Almost Music, Captain Shimmy's Toy Box. I draw shit. I make music shit. I take pictures of action figures. All the songs you've heard on the shows, that mostly mine. If you want a song for your shit, fuck it, call me. I got stuff. We'll figure something out. And I work cheap as hell. You can also find me
Holding it down at free.
Yeah. You can also find me at the comic strip, where we have comics. A lot of good stuff. Coming up on May 7th is our free comic book day, biggest day of the year. It's going to be a good time. That's a Saturday from 10 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night. A lot of special guests, including later on in the month, we're going to have a special guest. We'll be talking more about that soon, but someone who was going to join us before wasn't able to. Looks like we've got them rescheduled for the end of the month here on Caging Greatness.
Yeah, I'm happy to announce I'm making my special appearance on Caging Greatness at the end of May.
Yep.
Special guest Pat.
Yeah, sure. It's going to be great.
But actually, it's going to be AYCH Pat.
Oh, God.
Which, I'm pretty calm and collected on AYCH.
Comparatively, yeah. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, thank you all, three of you, for listening to the show. It's been insane. And we will see you next time. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening. And I am also that guy from the goddamn Food Network.
Hi, Charles Styles. I'm from Mystery Diners.
Yes.
Charles Styles, Mystery Diners. Charles Styles, Mystery Diners. Charles Styles, Mystery Diners.
We,
Charles
Caging
Styles, Mystery
Greatness, officially apologize.
Good night.
Good night.
How absurd.
Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
How absurd. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.